And we're live. And there's nobody on, because there probably won't be anybody on.
Start acting choosy. I don't want to keep playing these games. What we doing, y'all?
I don't know what we're doing.
What we doing? It's Friday night. What we doing?
Really?
What we doing is we about to try a new One Hope wine. That's what we doing. What are you doing? Why don't you go ahead and grab you a bottle or something? A bottle, a glass or something.
Yes, a bottle. And if you don't have one, holler. We can hook you up.
Friends don't let friends drink alone. That includes Instagram friends, Facebook friends, whatever type of friend you are tonight. Join us.
All right. All we are going to do is have a glass of wine and a little conversation, and you're welcome to join us. So, what are we drinking? We are drinking a One Hope wine. This is a rosé. And yeah, if you guys don't know anything about One Hope wine, it's actually a vineyard out in the Napa Valley. And they believe in when you share wine, you give hope. And so 10% of the proceeds of all the bottles that are sold go to various charities. So if you're ever interested in doing a wine tasting, or if you just want to buy a bottle that supports a charity, yeah, let me know. So we are going to try. I haven't tried this yet. So I haven't tried the rosé yet, so we're going to test it and try it live. So this is one of the Vintner collection wines. Retails for $25 for a bottle. What's cool about these is they're all twist off. There's no cork in there. So
you don't need a cork opener. Just
it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So live pouring here.
We ain't gonna wait. This song is perfect for what we're doing.
We're not gonna wait. By the way, this is one of our custom Cheers to Her glasses.
And also, when you're pouring wine,
hey, whoa, we got somebody. Hey, Mission Delicious. What's up, girl? Go grab a bottle of wine or a glass and join us.
She definitely just like came in
on
me. But I was saying, when you pour your wine, be sure to fill that thing up to the top.
Yes.
Don't skimp yourself.
See, that's why the Cheers glasses are good, because you have to make sure you're above the cheers.
They're perfect.
Yes.
You can order one from us if you
like
them.
You can order one. There's a website. Shoot me a DM. I can get you all the information. Cheers. We're going to try it. We didn't do all of the, like, you're supposed to look at it, swirl it, sniff it.
Yeah, I like to just go right in with mine.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So what kind of wines do you like to drink, typically? Sweet.
I am a Moscato person to the heart if I'm drinking wine. I love a good sweet wine. So basically anything in the Moscato family is right up my alley. I usually don't go with the red wines. I usually like white wines. But the Moscato family has like a red wine that I absolutely love. So they say that red wine is good for the heart. A glass a day keeps the doctor away, somebody said.
Good, high in antioxidants. Yes.
Please don't take medical advice from us on here.
We are not doctors.
What about you? What do you like?
I actually like red wines. I like a good Merlot, a good Cabernet, so I can drink it slow. Sweeter wines I tend to drink faster. And sometimes that catches up to you.
So that's probably good. So it's like the wines that I don't drink, you would probably drink. So the stores will be happy.
Right. we would cover all of it.
Right.
We would cover all of it.
Right.
Yes.
Tell us what you all like to drink.
If you have a
favorite wine, let us know what that is.
Is that loud?
And for those of you who are just getting on, we are tasting a new One Hope Rosé. So we're just on here.
And literally the bottle was almost empty.
Well, it's the two of us, but we're literally just on here. We opened the bottle. It's Friday night. So we just decided to do a live tasting while we were here in the studio taking pictures of our inventory.
Yes.
So.
Yes, we have a lot of, so for those of you, this is live from my page, but we also have a page, a business, Cheers to Her Experience, where we bling out wine bottles and alcohol bottles of any kind. If it's glass, we can pretty much bling it, glitter it. And then we also do matching glasses, and we could do stemless glasses, we can do shot glasses, anything that is a glass, basically.
These are our glasses, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, so they're a little sparkly. We do seal all of them, so like the glitter doesn't come off on your hands. We go through that whole process of making sure that they get nice and glittered and sealed. And they make great gifts, birthday gifts. The holiday season is coming up. Oh, hey, it's my mom. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Miss Sharon. We're tasting wine.
We're tasting wine. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure are.
And if you like to buy a bottle, Sylvia has all of the website information that you can go on to taste it. This rosé is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
So, do you like fall? Is fall like a season for you?
Fall is a whole mood for me because I'm gonna get real deep right now, but I feel like in the summertime, a lot of people like the summer because, especially women, because they can get naked, take their clothes off and all of that. No, I'm being dead serious, but I feel like fall is the time where you can really, you know, be classy with what you wear in the matter of, I love like boots, I love sweaters. Like you have to be fully dressed but still be able to show your fashion sense like that. Mm-hmm. It's easy for somebody to put on a maxi dress or a bikini and be like, you know, turning heads. Mm-hmm. But in the fall time, you gotta be dressed to turn some heads. And so that's my favorite time of the year.
So you're saying it's more about your personality in the fall.
No, because let me tell you something. I will turn more heads in a sweater, some jeans, and some boots than some of these people in two pieces. Because it's all about how you put it together. It's all about how you put it together. And listen, I just found some crop sweaters because, you know, y'all, well, for those of you who don't know me, because we're on Sylvia's page, I love crop tops. So I found some cute crop sweaters for the fall season. So they have still the long sleeves, but the sweaters are cropped. And so I'm trying to try those out. Can't wear them to work, but I'm going to wear them on the weekends.
I mean, you might be able to wear them to work. A little like tank top underneath.
Right. I'm pulling my onesies out.
You said that like with an S on the end, like there's multiple onesies.
Yeah, I have two.
I don't have a onesie. Do I need a onesie?
I have a picture on my page in my pink and black onesie, and that actually was a hit. So I feel like onesies are a thing.
You're getting closer and closer over here. We're not alone in the studio, by the way.
Right. My kids are here. They're trying to sneak on the live, but this is, you know. What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Oh, you like to be naked.
No. No. My mom is on here. You can't say that. No, I like summer. I love sunshine. I love long days of light. You know, when it starts getting darker and all of that earlier, I don't know. I like heat. I like it hot. Like I like to feel all of that. I love water. I love being in water, near water, drinking water, all of that.
You drink the water you're in?
No. I'm not divulging everything here. But no, I don't know. Summertime, it just seems like the pace is a little bit slower. I don't know, and it just, you know, the kids are out of school, and which can kind of make the pace faster sometimes, but I don't know, I love summer. I'm not a winter person, not gonna lie.
See, we're completely opposite. Like, I like to be under the covers, by the fireplace. I like my kids to be in school and for me to be, like, in another place other than the school. But during this time, I've learned to really actually, you know, appreciate the school a lot more because I'm still doing the virtual situation. So my kids are still at home 24/7. Like, there's no... You're going to school. I am the school. I'm the teacher. I am
it's
the
Christina Elementary
person.
School, Christina Middle School.
Right. And for some people, that stopped in 2021 in the fall. But for me, it's been going from spring 2020 till now. And it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. I was joking with Sylvia, like, for Halloween, I'm going to dress up as a teacher. Because I feel like that's what I've been doing.
Would you go just come dressed as you are? Because
Right.
that's the outfit.
Right. My Halloween costume is going to be my onesie. Because that's what we've been in all year. We haven't been going to work.
Right.
It's work from home. So,
Oh, look who's joined us. Hey, that dude, Luke.
hey. He's probably like, Mom, what are you doing?
Right. I love it that, like, my mom and my son are
They're
watching.
so supportive.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do we want to talk about now? So,
What do you like to do other than working out? Like, a lot of people that know us know that we like, of course, we love fitness. Of course, we love wine. We've found this new talent of glittering bottles and all of that, which is really weird because we never thought we'd be doing something like that.
if we could show you all the amount of glitter and bling items that we have here. Hi, Lucas. It's ridiculous. Like, you would think that there is, I don't know what you would think when you saw all of this stuff, but I do love crafting. I like crafting things. I like making things.
See, that's included. What's something about you that you like to do that we would never, like, guess?
I can tell you things I don't like to do. What's something about me? I don't know, because I feel like everything that I enjoy doing is what I do. So I enjoy fitness. I enjoy creating, and whatever that is, like thinking of ideas. Like, if you need to come up with a name for something, like, I will sit here and brainstorm and think about whatever that is. So I like coming up with ideas and brainstorming things. I don't know.
I know something. And so Sylvia is like an excellent, I don't know if you want to call it like event planner.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know what she's about to say.
That's something about you that's not really out there. Like, you can plan and put together events like seamlessly, and it, you know, that's probably something people don't know about you. I mean, of course it's stuff you do for your job, but that's not really things that you put out there a lot. Because I feel like it's something that you just flow in every day. It's like part of your life. So you probably don't feel like, oh, this is something, but it is. She threw, her and another one of my friends threw an amazing like birthday party for me. But you guys, like, the way it was planned out and executed, I couldn't have done it.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I'm gonna need you to be able to name. That's why we're friends, because like, close friends can tell you things about yourself where you're like, I can't think of anything. I guess that's how we know we're kind of just, yeah.
Sometimes it's just things when you're a planner, because that's a lot of what I do for work, and so that's just what comes natural to me. And so when there's a situation that needs somebody to plan it, like, that's just the role that I slip into. Like, I don't even think about it, because I just, in my mind, instantly, like, a list of things comes up that I'm like, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to call this person, we need to have this, we need to make a flyer, we need to do, and that's just how my brain works. I don't think about it.
Yeah. Something about me is I love to sing, but I can't sing worth a lick. For those of you who were on when we first went live, if not, rewind this. I was singing then. Like,
Hey, Christy.
I love to sing. Like, when I'm in the car and in the shower, I don't sing. I perform. Like, I perform and perfect those notes, and I choreograph dances to go with them. It's like I'm a Beyonce or Chloe. Like Bailey.
That's
like
pretty much the same person.
Right. You're not lying.
Right.
But yeah, I love to sing, and you will never know that about me because I will never publicly do that. And I don't have that skill. I'm just like, Lord, He knew not to give me that because I would be singing. I would be singing right now as we're talking to y'all, like
Right.
just busting out random notes.
But
So, yeah.
Christina has a lot of musicality. If y'all don't know, we teach class together. We teach Commit Dance Fitness, and we've been teaching together for over a year, well over a year now. And she can hear a song, see the choreo, and pick it up like just like that. Like, she has to see it once and she's pretty much got it. Whereas I have to watch it, rewind it, look at it from the left, look at it from the front, from the back, listen to the song 3 or 4 times, run it through my head. She's been got it and has moved on to the next one. So that's her skill.
But you know, the funny thing is, I didn't have rhythm before I started teaching. And a lot of people don't know that about me or don't believe that, but I had no rhythm. And I'm the one in my family who's not musically inclined. Like, my son, he's amazing at the drums. My children's father, he like plays the keyboard, what is it called? What's that instrument called? Organ. Yeah, he plays the organ, the keyboard. He can also play the drums. And Kayla like sings. Like, her and Ryan play church, and she's the praise and worship singer. Like, she sings. And so I'm the one in the family who didn't have any music skills. So when I got introduced to Zumba and started hearing beats, and I love, like I said, I love to sing, I love to listen to music. And it's like the Lord kind of just put in me like, okay, here's how you count music, because I never knew that. I don't know the technical terms for it. I just know how many beats, you know, with the rhythm, how that goes. I know where the chorus is, the verse is. It's really weird. It's not weird. I guess it's a gift.
It is a gift.
But it's like it's a gift that developed in my adulthood. So it's like the gift, I guess, was there, but it never got watered
It
or
didn't have a
anything
place to flourish.
Right, until I got introduced to Zumba. That's amazing how it's like, you know, that's kind of how people tap into their purpose or their interests or their gifts. It's like you have to be introduced to that first. And then it just gets watered, and that seed starts growing and growing, and then it's like, oh, here's a tree. Where did this come from? And then it starts producing all this fruit where you can, you know, produce other mini trees, like instructors, and that just kind of keeps going. It's really like, it amazes me.
That's a word right there. That's a message. Like, if there's things that come naturally to you without even, you don't even have to put effort into it. Like, what are those things in your life that just come easy to you? That is your gift. And not all of us can do what you can do uniquely. So, you know, sometimes, like, when you ask me, like, what is it about me? Like, sometimes it takes somebody else seeing those things in you that, you know, next thing you know, you're up here owning a dance and fitness studio that started from just teaching Zumba. She owns a dance and fitness studio.
And the weird thing is, I don't even talk about it. Like, people still to this day don't know that I have my own studio.
Well, we gotta change that.
Because it, like you said, it's one of those things where it's like, I love to do it. It's part of my passion. It's part of my purpose. I feel like, I know I have a business, but it feels weird to me taking people's money for what I do because I love it. Like, the other day I told you, someone asked me, can I tip you on top of what I pay for class? And I'm just like, well, why would you do that? Because that's, you know, it's like, it's what I'm here to do. If getting you healthy and fit, that's what God has called me to do, other than, of course, the other things that he's called me to do. But I feel like that's why I'm here. But I'm like, Lord, if you want to pay me for this, who am I to stand in your way, you know?
Right. Right.
So, yeah, man, it's like when you start talking about things and thinking about them, it amazes you. Like, it really does. And hopefully, hopefully for you all watching us, it's not like we're just talking. Hopefully you are thinking about within yourselves, like, well, what's that thing for me that comes naturally for me, or that I do, or that I don't think about? And if you're not, hopefully that's something you can think about. Like, what is that thing for me? Because it's like your gifts will make room for you. I really believe that, because like I said, I started teaching Zumba, but now I own a whole studio. Like, that gift made room for me, and I didn't even know that.
My mom says what God has for you is for you. Blessings. Yes, Mom.
Yes, it is. And the thing is, Miss Sharon, I'm so glad you said that, because nobody else can take that away. Like, so many people, so many women think we're in competition with each other. But the thing is, like, what God has for you, that's yours. Like, it's not mine. So even if we taught the same class, same time, same place, the people who are called to you will be there, at your class. The people who are called to me, or that God put in my life, will be at my class. So it's like, we're not in competition. There's room out here for everybody to win. And it's so sad when I see women in competition, because you know me, my whole thing is about bringing women together. And
or women that feel like, well, she's doing all of this, like, and you start to feel some kind of way because you're not doing all this that she over here is doing, or her class has this many people in it, or she started this business, and what about me? And it's very easy to compare. We look at what everyone else is doing, and if somebody has something we want, we instantly say, well, what am I not doing? Why not me? And it's not about that. It's just that what's happening for her is for her. It's not for you. Your time is coming, or your people are on the way. Like, but and we need to be reminded of that, because as much as we can sit here and say that, I know we could probably both say, yeah, sometimes I feel some kind of way when I see this person, and they have this going on for them, and like, why isn't that happening for me? So that's a real thing. Like, we're human, but we also have to check ourselves and say, nope, not my time, not the right place. It's not for me. We say that a lot, like, it's not meant for me.
Not meant for me.
We say that a whole lot.
And it is. It's about season, For every time there's a season. There's winter, there's spring, there's summer, there's fall. Like,
you're just going to pull it all back together?
Yeah, because it's like, So
I might be in summer right now. She's in fall.
Right. It's like, is it your season? There's a season to, and I'm not a farmer, but I know the Bible, and I know that these things do go with what's here on earth. Like, there's a time to plant the seed. So what's the thing? What are you going to put in the ground? What does the ground look like for you? Because what if you're not in the right place? Like, what if the soil's not right? What if your climate's not right? Like, sometimes we have to be moved out of a certain place. Sometimes we have to get a whole new environment. People have to leave our lives. We have to be isolated. Like, for me personally, and I'll be transparent on your live. For me personally right now, is a season I feel like of a little isolation from certain things. It's like, why is that? Before I got my studio, I had to be isolated from who I thought were my friends at the time. And had I not been isolated and put in a different environment, the seed for this place that we're sitting in would have never been planted, or would have not grown, because the soil wasn't right. It wasn't being watered by the right people. It didn't have the right climate to grow in. So it's like, all those things have to come together. The time, the place, the time of year, the climate. What are you doing? Are you doing the work to even make that grow? Did you plant the seed, or are you just going to look at it in the package? Because we got to do the work. We got to open the package, put it in the ground, dig the hole, cover it up. We got to water it. And then you have to wait. You know what I'm saying? So many people don't want to wait. Mm-hmm. And the waiting process is so hard because you have to go through the pain of thinking about, well, what if the seed doesn't grow? Because we, like you said, we're human. Mm-hmm. What if it doesn't grow? Sylvia, what if the sun doesn't shine on my seed? What if it's sprouting a little bit, but what if the birds come and pluck it up while it's sprouting? What if it doesn't grow to its full potential? You know, those are all things that people think about, and it's hard, and people think that this is easy, and it's not. You know, like, fulfilling your passion or purpose is not easy. It's not meant to be easy, because people that come to you want to know that you had to go through something. They want to know that you've experienced what they're going through. Mm-hmm. Like, can you empathize with me? Like, I feel like I can't do this. My endurance is not up. I'm overweight. How can you relate to that? Mm-hmm. And if I'm just like, oh no, I look like this all my life and my endurance has always been high, people look at me like, okay, that's not what I
That's not helping me.
Right. And it's so funny because people see my before and after picture and they're like, that's you? And I'm like,
if you've never seen Christina, do you even have that posted on your?
Yeah, I do.
It's on
my page.
Yeah. If you go to her at the studio page.
It's on my page.
Oh, so I Am Fit for a Purpose is her personal page. You wouldn't even, like, I have to look at and I know her. And I didn't know her then. I didn't know her then. But I have to I look at her before picture or her then picture, and it's amazing. It is amazing. And if you ever need somebody that can tell you, yes, I've been there and now I'm here, like, we need to like post that.
Right.
It's a lot.
But see, and the other thing is, like, when people go through those transformations, it's not just the weight coming off. So that's why to some people it looks like a different person, because it's not just the weight, it's the internal pain and hurt that was shed during that process. Because people think, oh, I've gained weight just because I ate a lot. Well, no, it could be because you're angry, you haven't forgiven people, you're holding on to past grudges, and that person's completely let it go, but you're holding on to it. Mm-hmm. You know, and so all of that stuff just stays inside of us. And so people don't realize that takes a hold of your mental. Mm-hmm. And the mind is where most of this stuff starts. It's like, you have to believe that you can do these things and all this. But if you have anger in the way, unforgiveness in the way, you're depressed, you're upset all the time, like, that plays a part. It makes you not want to come to the gym. Mm-hmm. But once people start slowly letting those things go, it's like, okay, so then when you get to where you want to be, it's like you are a new person. You like were reborn in that whole process, and this is the new you.
Mm-hmm. So we had something really cool happen on Monday after our class. You know, the ladies that have been coming to our class on Monday have been pretty regular. We have a couple of new ladies. A couple of ladies that have just been coming consistently. But Christina asked them to record a video.
Put them on the spot.
Yes. Like, she didn't even give them a chance to think about it. It's like, okay, here, you're on. And just had them talk about their journey and, you know, their experience coming to Fit for a Purpose and just what it's done for them. And they all, of course, initially were like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to, you know. But I don't know what you're going to do with those.
I'm going to post them.
She's going to post them. So if she posts them on the page, I'll share them on my page. We'll make sure that we get them out there. But to see the ladies talk about how the changes that they've noticed in themselves, and you know, they were all like, well, I'm doing, and they're so motivated. They're like, you know, I don't want to take my picture now because I want to take my picture when, you know, I'm getting to this point. And like, they have just these really clear goals that they've set for themselves, and they for all of them, it's like there was just this element of possibility and like hope and confidence. Like, it's not just, oh, you know, I hope that I lose this weight. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna lose it. I don't want you to get me on camera until, you know, because I know I'm gonna hit that goal. And you know, it was just exciting to kind of hear them be excited about the journey, because, and the thing that got me is one of the women that came in, and she is very consistent, very loyal, Laura, that comes to every Laura, Cherry.
You know, she don't like to be called Laura. It's
Cherry. Anyway, but what her words, like, she said something to the effect that, you know, she used to come in and she used to hold her head down when she came in. And all the things that, whatever led her in here and whatever she's been through personally, like, had just gotten her to a point where she wasn't even holding her head up anymore. And now, you know, and she said just coming, and she is faithful, like, if anybody is coming to class, you know, Cherry's gonna be here. And her words were, you know, now I come in with my head up and I feel confident and I have fun. And I don't know, it's just like I kept replaying her words, because I'm like, that's what it's all about. It's all about finding yourself, you know, because that's when you gain a lot of weight, when you just all of a sudden aren't recognizable to yourself, you've lost yourself. You know, you've lost hope in a lot of ways. You've lost your path. You're lost. And sometimes it takes someone or something to help get you back. And it doesn't happen overnight. It usually happens when you feel supported and you have people around you that are encouraging to you and that let you be yourself, and that you don't have to hold a wall up. And so that's what a lot of the women have found, you know, coming here. And we hear all sorts of stories. You know, we're just fitness instructors. So we thought, you know, we're just fitness instructors, but, you know, it goes beyond just
but we're not
jumping jacks and squats and twerking in class. Like, you know, it's if we've learned anything the past year or so, is life is short and it should be lived fully. And we should be our full selves and be confident and be in spaces and places where we don't have to hide or shrink ourselves or feel small or hold our heads down. And so it was just really cool to kind of be around the women, you know, and them talking about their goals and just feeling hope, you know, hope that they were going to, you know, get there and wear that cute dress or whatever. So,
yeah, and that's something that, you know, for me, like, really hits home, because it's just like, you know, the women that we see.
Oh, we got hearts. Thank you.
We're like, oh, thank you. You love us.
Right.
But yeah, the women that, you know, we see, it's like last resort. My blood pressure is high. I have diabetes. You know, the doctor said this. And it's like, that's when they come in. And it's like, wow, that is a part of what we're trying to help heal people from, or help them to get healed from. It's like, we want people to come in before that happens. You know, most of the times as women, we wait until we have completely weighed ourselves down, or we're in that unhealthy state to kick in and realize, oh no, I need to take care of myself. When it really needs to be, we're taking care of ourselves first, because that's the only way we can take care of those around us. You know, and I've been guilty of that myself. Because, you know, I don't know nobody that does more than maybe the two of us do or try to do. So I'm just like, as much as we run around here, we have multiple businesses. I'm running a studio. I'm a single mom now. I have 2 kids. I'm working full time. I'm homeschooling. And I'm like, you know, trying to feel like I'm trying to save the world around me. And then you're getting on me like, Christina, when are you taking care of yourself? And I'm just like, I mean, I'll be at home on the weekends, but I mean, sometimes that's not enough.
It's not.
Because I'm still saying yes, yes, yes to everything else when sometimes no needs to be the answer, because this is what I need to stay in a safe place where I can remain healthy to be effective for those people around me. Mm-hmm. So I know my body has shut down several times because I just keep going. And, you know, it wasn't until, like I said, since COVID's happened, so many people around us have been just dying. You know, and I told you the other day, my coworker passed, and he was in his early 40s, and that hit me hard. You know, I cried for a long time last night because it's like, that's not a situation that can't happen to any of us right now, you know. And so for somebody that's that young, early 40s, has kids, has a wife, is working, is saying yes to all these things, and just like that, you're gone. And now your family's left to fend for themselves. So now I'm thinking more clearly on, Christina, what do you need to do? Because you have 2 kids that depend on you. Like, you have women around you who depend on you. And honestly, sometimes I get in a place where I feel like people don't depend on me as much as I think they do. But then it's a reality check of, if something happened to me, you know, these people will probably be affected, you know. And so for me, it's like, I don't know, like you said with Cherry, it's like that whole confidence thing. Like, even those of us who are leading these people, we have to try to remain confident in ourselves, because sometimes reality, or not even reality, I want to say the mind starts playing tricks on you where you don't think that you have an effect on the world as much as you do. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, no, you are important. That's why, you know, sitting here telling the ladies that every day, we have to tell ourselves that too. Mm-hmm. Like, no, you're important. You need to be healthy too. You need to be strong. You are strong. You are able to do this. You're resilient too. You can overcome that thing that you're facing, and sometimes it's hard, but it's necessary. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all on here. I'm on Sylvia's live, and I'm up here being transparent with y'all, and I don't know y'all, and y'all don't know me. But it's the truth, you know. Just being serious, you know. Even for those of you who are watching us, just know that even as people who own businesses, who do all this other stuff, we struggle too. So I don't want y'all to think that you're the only ones out here struggling with this, and you might not. But there's somebody who's watching who might feel like that, and you aren't the only one struggling. But just know that you can keep going, just like we keep going every single day, because life is hard. Adulting is hard. When I was a kid, I used to complain about stuff.
Right.
I'm like, I can't wait to be an adult. But now, I'm like,
you got bills.
I'm like, Mom,
you got a job.
Can I come back home? Can we send these bills back, Mom?
Things break down, you got to fix them.
Right. Your health kicks in. You got to know how to, you know, you have to know how to take care of, and then being a parent don't come with a book. You have to know how to take care of little people. I'm like, I don't know what, I've never seen this situation before. You got to figure it out.
You have to have conversations. I've had to have conversations that I never thought I would have to have with my child, you know, but you have to have them. You have to, neither one of us are trying to raise kids that don't understand the world. Right. You know?
Especially now with social media. Mm-hmm. Our kids have access to TikTok, Instagram. Back in the day, you had to pay for porn. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. You had to pay for that on TV. Right. You had to have credit cards. You got to go through your parents. Now, you open Instagram, it's people on there half naked twerking. It's pranks out here, you know, telling kids to do this and that. You open it up, you see cops shooting young black boys. Like, there's just so much going on in the world that if we don't teach our kids, the world's going to teach them for us. Because all they have to do is open these apps. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're going to see it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, do we want them to see it from those apps first, or are we going to talk about it? Mm-hmm. And, you know,
it's a different kind of world than I think that what our parents had to talk and communicate to us.
Right.
It's a different kind of game out here for parents.
It's real different.
Shout out to anyone that's a parent.
Shout out to all of us.
Shout out to my parent if mom, if you're still watching, because you know, Christina and I talk about it a lot. Like, I think we were raised very similar, you know, in terms of our parents taught us well, and how to treat others well, and you know, so I think we were both fortunate in that. But fun fact about us, so there's 10,
because we kind of got real serious for a moment.
We got real serious
for a moment,
and I'm like, the wine's starting to kick in a little bit. I don't know how serious we can be, but so fun fact, we are almost exactly 10 years apart in age. And I think people, like, if that's the fun fact about us, because Christina, I don't know, I'm 46 years old. When I tell people I'm 46 years old, some believe me, some don't. Christina is 36 years old. But for some, we're very much, I think I'm like really young at heart, and she has this kind of old soul about her, so we like meet in the middle on a lot of things.
Probably because my grandparents raised me. Yeah. So it's like, the people that are my age, I've never had friends my age, because it's like, I don't know, I act like my grandma. It's really weird.
And I'm like 46, and I like, you know, I mean,
Sylvia keeps me young. Like, let me tell girl, like, Sylvia be the first one.
Thank you. She said y'all very beautiful.
Thank you. We're like,
Hearts.
You love us. But yeah, Sylvia's like, did you hear that new Megan Thee Stallion song? I'm like, I'm like, I didn't hear it.
I'm like telling her all about TikTok, all about Reels.
I just got on TikTok and I haven't really got on.
I'm like, hey, we gotta do this. We have to do this new TikTok dance. She's like, I don't know it. I'm like, you're gonna learn it. I sent her the video. We still haven't done that one yet. But
there's a lot of movements.
It wasn't a lot of movements. More to come on that. We're gonna record it at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what would you tell your? So you're 36 years old. So what would you tell, like, your 26-year-old Christina?
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell her now, knowing what you know now? Like, what would be advice that you would give to her?
I would tell her to walk in the confidence that she is enough and beautiful and all of that on her own. A lot of what I don't talk about, which I still don't know y'all on here, trying to figure out why my transparency wall is gone, but y'all get to know me real good tonight. But a lot of you know, what I've experienced, I think, came from a lack of confidence and from low self-esteem, because I was overweight a lot of the years in my life. And so for me, my confidence came from guys and guys' attention, and if I didn't have that, I felt like I wasn't good enough. So it's like, you know, a lot of me wanting to, my grandma raised me, of course, so I was raised by my grandparents, but she raised me to be a wife. So I came up feeling like I needed to be a wife, and if I wasn't a wife, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And so for me, marriage became very important. That's why I got married. You know, I got married very young, and I think my first marriage, I was 21, 22 years old. So I got married to him, and it was just real abusive, and I took it because I felt like I had to be married, and I felt like this man defined who I was, and if I wasn't his wife or being a good wife, I wasn't fulfilling my purpose as a woman, and that's what I knew my purpose as a woman to be. And then finally got out of that, but ended up going right back into something else because I'm just like, I have to be somebody's wife. Like, that was my thought. And so it wasn't a desire. It was like a mandate on my life. Like I don't know. I don't know what you would call it, but it wasn't a desire. It felt like it was a need that had to be fulfilled for me to be a complete whole person. And so, you know, ended up getting married again, and I felt like that was who I had to be. I have to be this person for this person. And it didn't matter if it meant me not being who I authentically was or who God created me to be. It was just, who do you need to become to be a good wife for this person? And so now, you know, knowing what I know, we talk a lot, and I tell you that I still have that desire to be married, to be somebody's wife, but not at the expense of me feeling like I'm not who I am, or that I can't do what I like to do, or that I can't walk in my own purpose, because I have my purpose now. I am walking in it. I know what it is, and I'm like, if you want to be with me, you need to be walking alongside me in my purpose. And then if it's not that, then it shouldn't be a part of my life. So just learning to let go of the things that aren't a part of my purpose, no matter who that might be, and it might be hard to do, but it has to be done. And so if I knew that as my younger self, I don't think that I would have sacrificed a lot of myself for guys, like for the guys that I married. Like, I would be probably further along in my purpose, but I also feel like everything we go through is a lesson, and that I had to learn it. I had to walk that road. I had to be that person, because you know for a fact the nights we've stayed after where I had to talk to women who were walking through the same exact thing. And had I not went through that process, I wouldn't be able to tell them how I came out and how they could come out too. You know, so that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like that pain of going through it hurts, but once you come out of it and you can help somebody else get to where they need to be, it feels like, man, that was worth it. But you don't feel that when you're going through it. You're like, this some, you know.
That's pretty powerful, because sometimes our lessons aren't for us. You know, like sometimes our lessons are for other people, and we have to go through it in order to be able to help someone else through it.
Yeah.
Like I believe that.
Yeah.
A lot.
What about you?
What would I tell?
What would you tell younger 20-year-old
younger Sylvia? If this is 46-year-old Sylvia, can you imagine?
I'm trying to figure out what 23-year-old Sylvia was like.
23-year-old Sylvia was very. Is my mom still on here?
It don't matter. I'm like, we're transparent.
I'm grown. I'm grown. I pay my own bills.
Yeah, but she'll still be.
Right. I'll get a text tomorrow. I'll get a text. You telling too much. You telling too much. Mom, are you still on here? If you're still on here, you need to like.
Don't be kicking me, Sharon.
Anyway. No, needless to say, 23-year-old Sylvia was still pretty, you know, I was still pretty straight-laced. I grew up kind of trying to be a rule follower and do all that. When I got into kind of my mid-20s and got kind of this taste of just independence and making my own decisions, I did all sorts of crazy things I probably never told my mom about, but I lived to tell about it. So, but yeah, I think, you know, I feel like every stage and phase that I've gone through in my life has been what I needed at that time. So when I was in my 20s, in my early 20s, and at the time I was living out in California and single and just kind of, I lived in the Bay Area and going to San Francisco and hitting the bars and the clubs and being social, and because that's who I am. And so I just felt like I was in that zone. I was very career driven, and so just trying to like be this this career woman and all of that. I think when I look back on that time, like there's not a lot that I would change, you know, because I got a lot out of my system, if you will, before I met my husband. And when I met him, it just, all of that need to like be out and do all of that, like it went away. And it shifted towards wanting to build a life with him. And, you know, our life has gone through many twists and turns that I could have never planned and never imagined. But I would say, you know, to the younger Sylvia, or anyone that's just starting, like, live your life, try things, take risks. You know, it's okay to fail. It's okay to not be perfect. I think that's my biggest thing that I try to overcome a lot, is just this desire to be perfect and to not let anyone down. That's like the worst thing you could ever say to me, is that you're disappointed in me or that I let you down. There's a lot of people that would be like, I don't care, you know, like, don't even care. I care.
Right.
And so so I think that, you know, I would just, you know, tell my younger self to let go of some of the perfection, the need to be perfect, you know, and to let life, to just, I don't know, just continue to experience life as it comes, and not try to manipulate it into this perfect thing that you want. Because let me tell you, like, there's unexpected things that are going to happen in your life that you have zero control over.
Yeah.
And when those things happen in your life, if you haven't built up this, I don't know, like a tolerance to being able to just say, you know what, I'm going to take it as it comes, it will get really, really hard. So, yeah, I don't know. 20-year-old Sylvia was a good time. Like, I really was.
Like
I'm still a good time. I'm still a good time.
She's still a very good time. Very much so. How long have we been live?
Like, probably like 2 hours.
For like hours.
We probably should go. We don't have, I mean, we can finish the bottle.
This started off as a wine tasting, and then we got really deep. And then
our bottle is now done, though.
It's done. Hopefully yours at home is too. And, you know, but seriously, hopefully we did not plan any of this. Like, Sylvia, we were going through inventory here at the studio, and Sylvia's like, I want to go live and do a wine tasting. And I'm like, what does that consist of?
This.
And so
y'all getting all of this.
Right. We kind of just opened up to y'all and started talking. So hopefully you all, you know, enjoyed it.
Yeah, here's the thing. What Christina and I have been friends, what, like 3 years now? 2 years now?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
That's just really strange, right? Because, like, we've known each other probably through the fitness
industry.
Yeah.
Just by going to classes, not like by talking.
But we connected, and I think, like, when we connected, it was like, I've never met anyone like you before. You've never met anyone like me before. And when I say that, it's like the fact that we have multiple things going on, and we kind of like that. You know, like, we like having our plates full, and sometimes I think we both have found that other friendships or other people that we've been around, like, we can be too much, you know, like, or when
they require more, but we have too much going on.
Right. And so I think when we met and then finally just connected, and then I started teaching at her studio, and then, like, we just started having more and more conversations. And when you meet somebody that can kind of match your energy and match your, because, like, we have to be really careful what we say we're going to do, because
It'll get done.
We'll do it.
Times 10.
Right.
It, like, what's an idea for y'all? Like, what you might just put out there to your friend as an idea, it's like once it comes out of our mouth, it's not an idea. It's
right.
like, that's what we gonna do.
Right. I think I want to go to Jamaica in July. Okay. Next thing I know, I'm getting like, you know,
and
plane
planning
tickets.
trip, right?
Right. We planned a
Even
trip.
Tonight, we planned a whole event, which I'm sure y'all will hear more about. Created
October
2
23rd. Yes.
Right. Created 2 flyers
Mm-hmm.
while we were doing inventory. Came up with the event on the spot because it wasn't planned.
No.
We just came up with the date. We came up with the time. We came up with the name.
We have
a theme.
we have an instructor that's going to lead some classes or mini classes, some teaser classes. But yeah, so when you meet somebody that, like, there's no idea that's too big or too small, you know?
Yeah.
And what I bring is different than what she brings. Like, I'm the idea person and let's do this. And Christina's like, she's the numbers person, the detail person. Like, oh, well, maybe we should do it this way because this makes more sense. So we, you know, she reins me in and then I'm like, let's think bigger. And so that's how we kind of come together on that. But yeah, so we, I don't know where I was going with that.
It's about us because
It's
we
about
all
us.
here together. That's the about us section of
Right.
this discussion.
So hopefully, if you're still on here, there's 2 people on here. I don't know which 2 are still on, but thanks for watching. And if you liked this, maybe, I don't know, maybe we can do like a little
yeah,
sip and chat. I don't know.
or we can just chat. Like we when we talk, we randomly talk about deep things, and we're just like, we need to record this. But tonight was that night that we've been talking about for a year, because we've been talking about doing this for a year, that we actually went live, and to see how it flows together and how we just, you know, it's just, I don't like talking about, we're talking about ourselves on camera, but it's,
Yeah.
anyway,
And I haven't even gone into my, like, Christina shared a lot about
I'm
her.
still here. Hey, girl. We're glad
I'm
you're
still
still
here.
here.
Yay. Yeah, so I think what's, you know, with COVID and everything like that, there's a lot of that connection that has been lost, you know, and we've been kind of around each other and we've had COVID tests and we, you know, like, so we're kind of in the bubble together. And so we've been able to kind of maintain our social connection. But, you know, there's so many people that aren't doing that right now or haven't been able to. And so we just feel it's, you know, that's huge in terms of confidence and knowing that you have people that you can share your feelings with and your thoughts. And Christina and I we're like the most non-judgmental people. Like if you walked in here and you said, you know what, I want to, you know, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how outrageous the thing is. But
Yeah.
Christina would just be like, okay, all right.
It's hard
you know?
for people, and like most people don't know that I'm a minister. Like, it's hard for people to believe that because I'm like, so just, like, you could tell me anything, and I just be like, I have ladies that talk to me after class. They don't know that about me, and they just sit there and they tell me, like, everything, and I'm just sitting there like, it's nothing, because it's not. We're all human. We're all human. Like, we're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna make judgment calls for our own lives, and it doesn't make it good or bad. It's your life. Like, Sylvia will be the first to tell me, and we'll tell each other, like, you've grown. You can decide what you want to do for your own life. It's your life. Like, as your friend, I'm going to tell you what I think you should do and vice versa. But if you decide to continue to do this, it's your life. And you have to make those mistakes. You have to walk that path. Because like we said, that lesson you learn on that path, it might not even be for you.
Right.
You might need to learn that for old girl who's gonna come in the studio, or who's gonna walk past you on the street, or who you're gonna see in the grocery store, and tell her, hey sis, this is how I got through that, because I just went through that, you know? So it's like, we don't have no room to judge people. I don't have no room to judge people. I have done some things and been through some things that I'm just like, who am I to sit here and judge you? Because your decision, like, yeah, we have the same amount of time in a day, but we are not in the same environment. We don't have to make the same decisions. So who am I to judge you in that moment that you made that decision to say that that wasn't what you thought was best for your life at the time? Or you just felt like you wanted to make a foolish decision and see what would happen. You already made the decision. Why make you feel bad about it? Yeah. It's done with. I can't stand that. When I've made the decision and I feel bad about it, and I'm coming to you as my friend, and you gonna sit here and make me feel worse about it? What is that doing? Yeah. And that's why a lot of people out here are in depression or commit suicide or feel like they don't have support. Is because the people that they're coming to are not there for them in a non-judgmental way. Like, I just need you to sit here and listen. I did it. I know I shouldn't have did it, but I did it. It's done. So now what we do?
Yeah. That's a lot of what we talk about. And like, I don't even want to paint the picture like we don't always agree. We don't always agree. And, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. And we figured out as friends how to disagree and not feel any kind of way about it.
Right.
Like, we could have a full-on disagreement about whatever, and then it's like the next day
and
it's like,
not
okay,
yelling.
yeah.
It's not yelling. We've never yelled at each other. We've never fought. You want to go left? Sylvia, I think we should go right. Okay. Well, if you think left is best, let's try that.
Yeah. We've had some agree to disagrees, and that's okay. Like, I think it's healthy to disagree with people. Like, that means that you are speaking your truth. And your truth may not always be somebody else's truth.
Right.
And or you might not always be looking at it from the same perspective that they are. And that doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it bad. I think the greatest skill that a lot of adults need to learn is that it is okay if other people don't think the way you think. It's okay.
We need to do another live on that, because even in relationships, like, people think their boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse supposed to think like them. Like, just because you think it's right, you think they supposed to think it's right. And two different people, like, even in the friendship, we're two different people, two different backgrounds, two different parents, two different states, trying to come together in a relationship, which in our case is a friendship, to help move us both forward in our purpose. That's a whole different lie, because that could be like a whole, no, I'm serious. It's like that is a serious problem. And people don't realize that. It's like you having problems in your relationships, not just romantic, because you expect this person to be you, and they're not. You expect them to love how you love, communicate how you communicate, and they're not going to, because that's not who they are. Like, you want to change somebody else and you can't. How do you deal with that? What do you do?
To be continued. We've been on live probably, I don't even know what time it is.
How long we been? Okay, y'all, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
This has been fun, though.
It is.
I think we're gonna do it again.
This more often.
We might just do this every Friday, like we said we would. Not every Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't commit too much now.
Friday.
Not every Friday.
But we said we were gonna do these on Fridays, and this is the first one that we actually did. And it was because you forced me to.
I did. I literally set the camera up. We have a ring light right here. I moved the chairs next.
We ain't even, we don't have no makeup on. We just on here. We got leggings on.
I'm like sweaty.
We got on sweat.
Bye.
Like, you know, this is like night clothes for us.
So, Sister 101, I need to know what your name is. I've looked at your page, and I think it's like a group of sisters. But I know y'all follow us a lot, and you follow our dance videos. You even like remixed our this thing. So thank you for watching us. But
we
yeah,
can't make hearts, but I can do this.
I know. Like, we should maybe start a podcast or something. I shouldn't even say that because next thing you know, there'll be a podcast. I don't even know.
Downloaded the stuff and started making it.
There might be a podcast. I don't know. This is the thing, y'all.
It's been on my vision board for 2 years.
We need to talk. Like, the conversations need to happen more. Like, women need to know that it's okay to have these types of conversations and be vulnerable. And there's nothing about your life that should be shamed, or, you know, like, your life is the life that you're living. Your experiences are your experiences. The things that happen to you in your life are lessons, and it's what you choose to do with them, you know, that is what helps you. And so when you meet people, and we can't do this by ourselves, you know, we can't do it by ourselves. You know, there's so many ways I could go with that, but, you know,
You're
like,
supposed to be saying bye.
I know, we are saying bye. All right, Kayla,
come on here. Take that out your mouth first, but come on here. She's been peeking around this ring light for the last 20 minutes. And so come on in here and say hi. No, come on in here. You wanted to be in here. There you go. Wave to the people. Do you want to say anything? Would you like to add anything to this girl power social hour? No?
No. What do you think about girl power?
Do you know what girl power is?
No.
It's what makes you strong and powerful as a girl. Do you think that's a good thing? Do you like being a girl? Why? Do you think you're strong? Do you think you're pretty? Do you think you're confident? Do you know what that means? She's like, Mommy, I'm 7.
I am on the spot.
Right.
Somebody
says you're cute. You want to say thank you? Say thank you. She can't hear you.
Thank you.
Yes, girl, project that voice. Thank you so much. You are so beautiful. All right, you want to leave us now? Because I thought you were going to come on here and say something profound, but you just want to be in the camera.
It looks good. The lighting is right now.
Maybe Kayla's a thing to get us to say bye to y'all, because we have been live for maybe an hour or so. So we're going to get off now.
Yes.
Like I said, we'll be back. You may see us on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If you like this, let us know. If Sylvia does put it on her page, share it. And maybe we've said something that other women out there need to hear tonight, because we went all over the place. We went deep. Mm-hmm. We came back shallow.
We finished a whole bottle of wine, y'all.
You just gonna throw that in there? She's like,
I shouldn't do that. Oh gosh, with the child.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, you just gonna throw that in there? Well, we started this off as a wine tasting. For those who just coming on here, we did start this off as just being a live wine tasting, and then we went into some serious conversation. So it went in a direction we didn't expect it to go. We were probably only supposed to be on here for 10 to 15 minutes. And it's probably been like an hour or so. So we thank y'all for staying on with us so long. And we will see y'all next time.
And hit that X up there.
Kayla's gonna relieve y'all if she knows how. Just hit the X.
Hit the X.
A. In the